Hello, this is a Hot Wheels preview video for 2025, a video I've been trying to do for a few days. I've been very busy. I was just thinking out the best way to record this. It's gonna have to be this way. I think I was gonna do a screen record, but then there's some stuff I wanted to show you, and as I'm still learning video editing, we're just gonna do it this way for now. But I thought I'd give you guys, especially new collectors and young collectors, a chance to see sort of what is coming up and how to search what's coming up. You know, there are a few good websites out there. Hot Wheels Wiki is probably one of the best ones because it gives you the list of everything, and if you're searching an individual model, that's also a good place to go. But if you want to know what's coming out each year and it gives you an individual breakdown, then this is the website for you. This is orangetrackdiecast.com. Just there on the top, orangetrackdiecast.com. Make sure you go check it out. I'll leave a link in the description of this video. It is, I think, the easiest way to understand what's coming up, and I'll explain why in a second. On the top here, you will find 2025 treasure hunts tracker, which I'll show you in a minute, and they all keep getting updated. The last one, it was the 12th. Well, the 26th, it's American, sorry. The 26th for the 12th, sorry. So at the end of December last year. Then they've got the new models that are coming out in 2025, mostly for mainline. You may have seen that logo before. I don't have one on me right now, but it was in one of the previous videos, so go check it out. Then you have this. This is the master list of all lines. So it doesn't include mainline, but it's got everything else, and then it'll show you last year's as well, and the year before, last year's as well, yeah, but we don't need to look at that. What we need to focus on is this, and this will show you a breakdown of all the gold, silver, and I guess ultra premium models that Hot Wheels offer. This has got all the basics to that, and I'm just going to go through them here, and I'll tell you where to buy them and what's out already. I also have a couple of models that have already been released on me as well, so you can have a little bit look. And it goes for the main stuff. So gold premium stuff we may have already seen before. This is a new Pop Culture Scooby-Doo model, and you see there it is Hot Wheels premium but in gold. So this is the metal stuff with the bigger packaging, a bit more money from various sets. This is from Pop Culture. Silver rated premium stuff is stuff like this. So plastic models but more detailed. It even says Hot Wheels Silver Series. This is from the Salt Flat Racers set, 1 of 5. I'll go through that in a minute. So they got slightly bigger packaging and from sets, but they're not as good as gold. And then you have Mattel Creations Ultra Premium and higher length models, which we can go through. It gives you a little bit of information on basics, but not actual basic main lines. And then they have their other stuff that they also do, the Racerverse, the skateboarding stuff, character cars, and monster trucks. And I just thought I'd go through this video very quick, just to give you an idea, and then I'll do some better videos. But I thought this would be a good way to start the year, just to go through some of the stuff. In terms of gold label premium, their main thing that they focus on is the Boulevard series. If you live in America, you can see you can get it from Walmart there, and some of these do have links on them, so you can click and have a look and order online. If you live in the UK like myself, you will mostly find these in the Entertainer or Smith's Toy Store, depending on which set. I find Boulevard you can usually find anywhere, but the good models usually come pretty quick. All the Boulevards have been numbered over the years, starting from 1, and we're currently at 116. They come in sets of 5. This is the first set. Not this, you know, each set is important, and I'm sure they're all very good with collectors and what people want. But for me, myself, I only collect race cars mostly, so I'm not really bothered about stuff like this, but I still think they're pretty cool. You got the Porsche 935, which we've seen a few times, the Lancia Delta, which we've seen a few times, the BMW, Toyota Cruiser, and the Alfa Romeo, which is kind of cool in a sort of racing retro, it's almost Irish livery there. It's pretty cool. But they don't really interest me. Boulevard doesn't really interest me, apart from the set that we got last year with the Spoon Honda Civic and stuff like that. Wave 2 has already been announced, but you won't see it in shops for a month or so. We've got the Porsche 911 Carrera RS, Bugatti Chiron, Mustang 302. Expect to see a lot of Fords this year with the 60th anniversary. Datsun 510 wagon and the Myers Manx. Pretty boring 5-set in my opinion, because we've seen a lot of these recently, but that Datsun 510 wagon will be very popular, so keep an eye out for that one. And then on the left here, it comes up with the numbers of the rest of them that are going to be released. We're going to get all the way up to 140 by the end of the year once they get released. But again, they come out in sets of 5, usually every sort of 2 months. So January for the first set, March time, and then so on and so on. So Car Culture, these are slightly different, more themed sets. They're always stores in America. There's even a link there to One Stop Diecast. In the UK, they're already out in Smith's Toy Store, and I picked up my 2 favourites already, which I'll go through in a second. Each one of these comes in a set of 5, and they are gold premium, of course. And they also include a chase car, so a rare variant in black, which has the number 05 there. The rest of them are 1 to 5, 05. I only have one of these. If you want to know more about these, I have a video talking about it. I think it was my first video I did, my first showcase, so go and check that out. That'll explain what a chase is, if you don't know what one of those are. Very rare, the odds on you're not going to see one in the wilds, you're just going to get lucky somewhere or have to buy them online. These cars, again, will be in the Entertainer in the UK or Smith's Toy Store. Smith's Toy Store probably the best. A lot of these cars don't really interest me. The Lancia Stratos Zero is quite cool, but again, because I said race cars, I already picked up the MG Metro. This is the 6R4 Group B rally car. I think this is the 3rd or 4th variant we've seen of this car now. I think I have 3 now. And then it's got the Infama there, Car Culture, Hammer Drop, that's the series, and then the brand is the premium, and it gives you all the information on the back there with the other cars to collect, but it doesn't include the chase car because of course they try and keep that as secret as possible, even though every collector under the sun knows what it is. And the other one I picked up was the Mazda 787B. This is in a pretty nice matte sort of black testing livery. We've seen quite a few of these recently, but it is one of the best sounding cars in the world. If you want to go listen to it, go on YouTube and type it in, Mazda 787B. Please give it a listen. So yeah, that's where you can get them. They have already dropped in the UK and everywhere else. The next set, this is a really popular one for 2025. Don't expect to see a lot of these floating around, but this is part of the Silhouette series. I expect this to be released in February in the UK. The chase car is the new Liberty Works McLaren 720S. Good luck trying to find one of those. Probably just as rare as Roxy was last year. But not only do the cards look fantastic and the colours, they're really vibrant and they pop. All the cars in this set are quite rare and just incredibly cool with all collectors. I mean, the Skyline, the Super Silhouette, you hardly ever get a chance to grab one of those. The McLaren's brand new. The Nissan's new for last year, but still quite new. That would be the one I'd like to get. The Mazda, again, not as rare, but still pretty cool. And the Porsche, I mean, good luck. I mean, if you want to get a full set of that, you've done well in your collection to get the full set there, but I don't think so. Another set that's just dropped, so probably will be out soon. They always usually do a off-road series. I think we had Terra Trek last year. I'm never a big fan of these because I like, when it comes to off-road, I like sort of Rally Raid Dakar stuff, and this is just more sort of basic off-road stuff that people are interested in, but this will give you the information for that. I expect this to be out next month. There's the chase there. 1 to 5 models there. I'm not going to read them all out and go through it. This video will take ages. Then we have the Car Culture Premium 2-packs. These are all themed. Didn't expect to see any of these in the UK because you never see 2-packs, but they are in Smith's Toy Store at the moment. These 3 from Mix 1 are already there. I think they cost around 20 quid, 25 quid maybe, depending on the models. These 3 were here, but I didn't see the Mini one. That would be the only one that interests me. But they're all themed. You got a Nissan one, a Mini one, AMC. Each mix comes in 3 sets as they usually do. These are gold premium as well. Mix 2 is a lot more interesting though. This BMW M Racers pack is very, very interesting, especially for racing car fans. That the M Group 5 isn't that important because we've seen a lot of it already. Looks nice though, don't get me wrong, but the M3 GTR is absolutely fantastic. That is the model you want to look for. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's brand new for the year, brand new for 2025. In the full works livery when it raced back in American Le Mans series before it became defunct back in 2001 to 2005, 6. It took the fight to Corvette and then Ferrari and everyone else and beat them all. Insane car. Definitely be on everyone's watch list. Again, the Honda, the Spoon Pack will be quite popular. Shame this isn't in a full Spoon livery, the Civic. But the new Civic is. Of course, we've seen it very recently in the Boulevard last year. It's the one I got. But I expect it to still be popular. Classic Exotics. Again, seen the Countach quite a lot, so not very important. But the Stratos is brand new. So I think all the three of these will be popular. So keep your eyes peeled. Will they be in the UK? I don't know. Some you don't get, some you do. Mix 1 you did. Mix 1, Mix 2 I don't know. I'm hoping so, but you don't know. Team Transports. So these are the Gold Premium, essentially trucks and trailers with a car of some kind, usually themed around a racing variant. These are Mix 1 are already in the UK, though I haven't seen the Lamborghini variant with the flipside hauler yet. None of these really interest me, but I expect this Jaguar one to be pretty popular because it's a very UK-based one. Something you would definitely see here, going down to Goodwood. And pretty cool models. I mean, we've seen the Jaguar in basic, but the Land Rover, I think it's quite new, if not new for this year. It says 2023, maybe it has been out, but not with the trailer hook on it. So that's interesting. The Toyota one isn't that exciting. We've seen that truck many times. Flipside hauler is brand new for last year, I think. And this is the second variant we've had of it. We had it in Liberty Walks variant. I think it's probably one of the coolest trucks Team Transport have ever done. I love it with the sides coming up. It's like Gran Turismo. The truck looks brand new. It'd fit well on dioramas. Lamborghini, not that exciting, but still definitely worth looking at. This is the mix that interests me the most. And I would love to get one of these. The Audi S4 Quattro. This kind of reminds me, although it doesn't have the full body kit on it, this kind of reminds me of sort of 90s super touring cars. I've picked up on it a few times and there are already a few variants. So it's good to see Hot Wheels embracing it a bit more. Beautiful car, beautiful. Even the trucks. Now, I know we've seen Fleet Flyer many times, but still cool. This doesn't really interest me that much because in what world would a DMC DeLorean go rallying? But maybe it has, I don't know. But still probably popular with collectors. I mean, the Rally Hall is very cool. Retro 80s vibes. Brand new Team Transport for 2025. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. But it is a Japanese truck. The truck, I mean, sometimes the trucks themselves sell the sets. But yeah, I expect we usually get about 3 or 4 mixes each year of Team Transport, so keep your eyes peeled. But already in the UK, coming soon. Smith's Toy Store, probably your best bet. Although you can get, a lot more shops are embracing that. Hot Wheels are branching out. They also have the Team Transport already released for this year. It's the Legends Tour exclusive. You can only get this on the Legends Tour, which is in America. Google it if you want to know more. It's basically where everyone turns up with cars that could be potentially Hot Wheels and go on tour and drive around. This is they always usually release one for that. I remember the last one being slightly different, but they are always popular because they're not a lot of them. And it's not that exciting, but for collectors maybe it is. The artwork is very unique as well. Keep your eyes peeled for that. Then we have the big stuff. So this is the premium display sets. This is high-end gold premium. Yeah, this is stuff. These are the box sets. In the UK, Smith's Toy Store is usually your only bet, or online. In America, it says Walmart here. Usually get 3 cars and a hauler for about 25 quid. Although if they become peg warmers, they'll drop to about 13 quid. So keep your eyes peeled. Even less than that. I think I've seen the Jay Leno's Garage one go for like £10. The Track Day 1 doesn't interest me too much, but the Advan is very, very nice. Do like that with the Advan liveries, you know, Drift, Le Mans. Definitely worth looking at that because we love the G-Ready pack from last year. So that could be a next step for that one. But keep your eyes peeled. Pop culture, again, for me, personally, these are all boring because they're usually ones that have been used many, many times before. We've seen the Mystery Machine, we've seen the Cool Combo, we've seen Night Ride. These are all been, but they re-released them so other people can have a chance to get them. Mix 1 is already in the UK. My girlfriend managed to find the Scooby-Doo variant of the Mystery Machine. I mean, I do love the artwork, and it is beautiful casting. This was in the Entertainer in Liverpool. I think they usually go for about £8 each. Could be wrong. Usually do about 4 or 5 mixes a year, but again, a lot of it is rehashed stuff. But it is themed, so keep your eyes peeled. I mean, that 80th anniversary is quite important. I've seen a lot of these, so keep your eyes peeled. Then we get into the Fast and Furious stuff. Mix 1 is already in the UK in Smith's Toy Store and the Entertainer. With the Fast and Furious stuff, a lot of it does get reused, which is a shame because they're only limited on vehicles and licensing. You'll find a lot of peg warmers, but some of it will be used. The interesting one for me in this first pack is the Viper from Tokyo Drift. Appeared at the start of Tokyo Drift. The rest of them don't interest me. These don't include chase cars or anything like that. These are just themed to Fast and Furious. Mix 2 should be out soon. Again, if you look at them and you're a Hot Wheels collector, you'll see a lot of rehashed stuff. I mean, the Mazda's been used a lot, the Skyline. I'm sure the Charger's been used. For me, this pack, there's always one car that stands out. Chevy Impala for me on this one. But yeah, I'm not really that interested in the Fast and Furious stuff. It's been reused a lot. Then we go to Silver Rated Premium again. They do have a Fast and Furious section for this. I mean, I'll show you in a second why, you know, how reused stuff is. For Silver Premium, you can find them in most stores. I mean, Smith's Toy Store, The Entertainer, blah, blah, blah. But you can also find them in Tesco, Asda, B&M, and Home Bargains if you live in the UK. If you are interested in Silver Premium, the best places that people don't really check are B&M Bargains, Home Bargains, you know, all them kind of shops. And they're usually fairly cheap as well, 4 or 5 quid. Go down and check it out. All these cars have been reused before, but they are part of a nice tribute to Brian O'Connor, the character from Fast and Furious. The cars have been reused that much. The Toyota Supra has been used twice in this set, which makes sense because of what he drives, but it's still boring. None of these interest me at all, so I'll be staying clear of them. The Villain series is quite unique. Again, this is part of Fast and Furious. The Honda S2000 is very cool. Aston Martin, yeah. I mean, I'd have to rewatch some of the movies just to remember some of the villain cars. The DeLorean Alpha 5 doesn't ring a bell that we've seen it before. I'm sure we have, but doesn't ring a bell. And then we go on to some of the classic stuff. So we have the Salt Flat Racers pack. These are already in the UK. I already have one of them. The only one I wanted in the set, which is Ground FX, which just looks insane and absolutely high speed, salt flat racer. I mean, it looks insane. Definitely good for drag racing, definitely good for high speed. I love the idea of the salt flats. I just wish some of the cars were a little bit different. And it's got the list of the other cars on the back with all the information. It even has Hot Wheels Silver Premium written on the back there, and there's all your information. I like the Silver Rated Premium. Sometimes Silver Rated Premium surprises me and is better than gold. This set is pretty cool. Yeah, I thought this pack was good. I wish there were more sort of cars like this, the Ground Effects car. Because look at some of these stuff. This is really old school and reused a lot, but never mind. Still a cool set, I think. Cool for collectors. The artwork always pops as well, which is nice. Very animated, and I love the wheels as well. Gives off the effect of speed. No chases or bonus cars in these. These are just standard sets. This automotive street scene is already out. If you saw my last video, you would have seen me unboxing the Lance Evolution. This is from the 90s street scene set. These came out in December. Some stuff gets released a little bit early just to keep ahead of demand. Again, a pretty nice set. Cool looking cars. I've seen them all quite a lot, but I think it's still a cool set. You know, you've got to play in everything. You've got to play in the models, the theming, the artwork, you know, all that kind of stuff. I think it's pretty nice, but, you know, not explosive for me. Maybe the sleek is quite cool as well. I'd love to see that in a rally, all rally liveries. Tuned Gulf sets, no pictures for this, but you may have seen them online. These are all the tuned car versions, you know, the squidged down ones. This is already in the UK, I believe, not seen it yet, but should be pretty much everywhere by February. Probably be pretty tricky to get hold of because it's quite a unique pack, but keep your eyes peeled for that. Mustang is celebrating 60 years, so expect to see a lot of these. These should be in by March. I'm not going to go through them all, but yeah, pretty cool pack. Nice tribute. The artwork's cool with the 60 years. Expect to see a lot of Mustangs, especially in racing as well, because they race everywhere. We have the themed entertainment stuff. Again, not that exciting for me, but we have Peanut celebrating 75 years. I think with these sets, they just throw in any cars that they may have not put in for a while, and then yeah, and then draw some artwork over them. Pretty cool if you're a fan of the show, but not for me. Batman, pretty much everywhere. Again, a lot of reused stuff. Not that exciting for me. And they have more mixes of that. Ultra Hots, never really see them in the UK, but they're the flame ones. Probably be in America. There you go, Target written there. If you are interested, they are pretty cool cars, and they come in sets of 8. I'd suggest eBay or something online if you were in the UK. Leon Speeders, you can get these from Smith's Toy Store. Usually release 2 mixes a year. These are the ones that glow in the dark. I already have some from last year's sets. Again, none of these interest me too much apart from the Mini, and that Porsche is very nice as well, but I doubt you'll find a lot of them. It's hit or miss with these. Some models pop, some don't. I expect another mix to come out later this year. Then we have the themed multi-packs. These are silver rated premium, but 6-pack of cars, and they have to flip up boxes. I got the Zamek one from last year. You have the Hot Wheels Legend 6-pack. I expect they're usually about 4 or 5 of these a year, and they cost around 25 quid, but drop in price. The Japanese one is pretty nice, and the Legends Tour usually pops, but we see these models many times, and they're just different variants and get boring. Mattel Creations Ultra Premium. So these are the high-end stuff, you know, cost between 60 and over 100 quid per model, full metal, exclusive packaging. You can only get them originally from Mattel Creations, their website. Go check it out. I've showed you before. These are the Hot Wheels stuff, the RLC stuff, and they come up with a list of things. They usually do, I think, about 10 a year, depending on demand and popularity and if they have time. These have already been announced for this year. Whether or not they come out is a different question, because some may get delayed. The one that interests me at the moment is the Audi Quattro, which has been pushed back already. So fingers crossed, we'll keep an eye out for that. Go check out Mattel Creations if you want to see them. See previews. RLC and Elite 64 are just what I believe to be groups inside Mattel Creations that did their own stuff. Elite 64 is usually quite good, so keep your eyes peeled. But again, it is high-end premium. And Mattel Creations is the top stuff, really expensive. Last year we saw the Corroded stuff. I can't remember the artist, but it was Corroded and it was expensive. Then you have the convention stuff, so stuff from only conventions. These are stuff that are worth a lot of money and are rare, but you can only get them from the conventions or when they're resold. The Japan convention already has their announcement for the Skyline, of course. Then if you're lucky enough to live in America, there's various different ones there. I mean, we in England don't get anything. We just get laughed at. There's also collector's editions variants, and of course the Legends Tour exclusive. So keep an eye peeled for them. It's pointless explaining them because a lot of them are impossible to get. I'd keep an eye on the Unimog though, maybe. But yeah, that's all really premium stuff. And then basics, not including mainline, so stuff you can get in the boxes. They have their anniversary collecting stuff. Sorry, not seen these in the UK, but you can get them in America. But you know, as nice as these are, and they are custom for the year, and you know, I love the gold and stuff, they'll never be as good as Highway 35's 35th anniversary, unless Hot Wheels decide to do something again in a couple of years. We'll see. Usually come in sets of 6, which includes a chase car. This one has the Baja Bison, which is a meme online. Please Google it. I like the model. Please Google it. And they'll have 2 mixes coming out this year with the purple and chrome, gold chrome. And that's the list of stuff coming out. Definitely worth looking at. They are cool, but it's just whether or not you get them. They have the holiday stuff. So we saw the spring stuff from last year. They have Halloween and winter sets. They will be released seasonally, of course, because, of course. Spring, I've already seen pictures of these online. All boring, not interesting. Cool colours. That's all I'm going to say on that. Then you have your 5-packs. It gives you a list and a theme for each one. I believe the X Racers and Hot Wheels City and the first Batman set are already in the UK, and Hot Wheels Getaways actually. They usually pump these out pretty quick. If you want to get these earlier, you best go into like Tesco or Asda, because they get these out really quick. For some reason, Smith's Toy Store and the Entertainer get them slow, but I guess they focus on other stuff. You got the stunt tracks there. They're all themed. The only one that interests me at the moment is the Baja Blazers pack. I think the off-road stuff is always nice. These cost, I think it was £8 to £10 these days. And usually quite popular, so you shouldn't have any trouble picking up any of these. The only one that isn't on this list is the Formula 1 pack. We already know one. It's coming with Alpine, McLaren. Let me see if I can remember. Haas. Kick Sauber. And one other team, Racing Bulls. That one's getting released soon. Expect that to be in the UK by February, but it'll be very, very popular, so best of luck hunting for that. And we also know that the Red Bull and the Williams are already in mainline. They should be out very soon as well, as they're in quite early cases. Big stuff coming in Formula 1. We already know this, so it's looking forward to seeing all that stuff. We don't know what the full list is, but we believe to see all 10 cars from last year's Formula 1 grid to be there. And there's different variants. We already know there's RLC and then these 5-packs. So, but I'll probably make that a separate video. It's probably a separate video. Mystery models, these are the race cars that are in the packs. So basically they have boxes. Each car is individually wrapped. You open it up and you get one of these 10 cars. So just look at the draw if you can get all 10. Pretty cool to collect, but again, usually American exclusive, not seen them in the UK. Colour reveal, they're the 2-pack ones where you put them in hot water, they change colour. You put them in cold water, they change colour. Not too difficult to find. You can get them in most stores. I think they're about £6 to £8, maybe more. Pretty cool if you're interested in that. Good for kids, I suppose. They also have the monster truck stuff, character cars, skateboarding, Racerverse. I mean, only if you're interested in all this stuff, you should definitely look into that. But then, if we go away from that, so that's kind of the main premium stuff. We also have the Treasure Hunts series, which is stuff I've already mentioned, and this will go through each case. So each case has a treasure hunt and a super treasure hunt. The treasure hunt is just a sort of a standard car, but it's got the treasure hunt logos on them and stuff. And the super treasure hunt is a variant, a special variant, which is sometimes worth a lot of money, of a car in the box. We've already gone through these. But this list gives you everything that's coming out and what case to look for. I mean, it's pretty much impossible to find them. People like to go out and buy a million versions of them or get to the stores. So never mind. But, you know, keep your eyes peeled. I found a treasure hunts. I found treasure hunts, but super treasure hunts I've never ever found. So just keep your eyes peeled. And then finally we have the new models tracker. So this is stuff on mainline. This will go through all your cases. If you want to know exactly everything that's coming out, go to Hot Wheels Wiki, but this will tell you everything that's brand new for 2025. Obviously, case A has already been released, and B already have Super Twin Mill, Morgan Super 3, and the Mazda MX-5. Really like that car, and Hollaback. They're ones I have. But this will go through all the list of what is brand new for the year. So it's always nice to see what's coming out, and it'll say what's in each case. Although I've noticed, and there you go, look. Red Bull Racing, that's the new Formula 1 car, part of the Track Aces series. And we also know there's the Williams coming as well. Some of these aren't that exciting. Cupra E-Racer already have. So C cases definitely floating around. I mean, they get these cases out pretty quick now, to be honest, so it's not too bad. The Renault Espace F1 is definitely interesting. These are new cars for premium. We've already gone through some of these. The Liberty Walks McLaren, the Stratos Sierra, blah, blah, blah. Definitely worth looking at. This will be their first ever launch. Pop Culture, the Aston Martin Vantage, brand new Viper from Tokyo Drift. I mentioned that before. Mattel Creations, we've already gone through that. And Track Fleet, so they're the trucks. Ultra Magnus is the new variant of the Transformers one. And I'll put that in a video as well, because Transformers have been quite popular recently. So yeah, but if you click on the case, this will go through all, this should go through everything in the case, hopefully, fingers crossed. Yeah, so it gives you a link to a YouTube video where you can watch an unboxing of the full A case. So it'll tell you everything that's in it and what to look out for, including the treasure hunt and the super treasure hunt. Remember, these guys in Malaysia, they get it before anyone else. They probably had it for months. So if you want to know what's coming out, check it out. And this gives you a full list, all the numbers, everything that there is that's new and all that stuff. It's got all the information you need. This is why this website is important. I mean, Hot Wheels Wiki is good as well, don't get me wrong, but this website gives you all the information you need, including video links, and it shows you where to get them, which is why I've been so lucky. I mean, I already have 2 of the Hammer Drop cars from this year, brand new. The new Scooby-Doo Pop Culture. If you saw my last video, you saw some of the new main lines. Here's another one. You know, the Fiat 500. And the new Silver Rated Premium as well. So yeah, we've gone through it all. This is where to find it. If you're struggling, drop me a message. I'll tell you where it is, but this is the website to go to. And I thought I'd give you guys a little preview, a little half-an-hour preview to tell you what to look forward to. So the best thing to do is carry on and keep on collecting. And if any of you are at Autosport International next weekend, I'll be there on Saturday checking out the show and more importantly checking out the diecast. Enjoy 2025. I hope you had a good 2024 and get out there and keep on collecting.